Welcome to Flowgy. In this video, we will learn the basic elements to perform 3D surgery. To be able to perform any kind of virtual surgery, either 2D or 3D, we have to start from a CT scan, like the one we have here. Flowgy automatically performs a segmentation of the CT scan to speed up the work process, as we can see here. Generating a 3D model of the segmentation is as easy as defining the bounding box, or like setting the volume we want to recreate in 3D. For this, we use the 6 limiters to define the volume of the virtual surgery. Here we start with the vertical limiters and then set the horizontal limiters. Once we have defined our bounding box, we only have to click the 3D button and accept. The time needed to create a 3D model depends on the size of the bounding box and the power of our computer. To get the 3D model to look more realistic, we can select the option Per Wert. This will show us the model in a more realistic color. Now we are able to perform a virtual surgery on a 3D model of the nostrils, which we have just defined. Shall we start with the surgery? In the Surgery tab, we find all the basic tools to start the virtual operation. Here we have two main tools for operating in 3D. Here we have the option of performing superficial surgery. It is like a scalpel. We remove layers from the anatomical structure. We can modify the size of the scalpel and the layers that we remove in one go, or if we remove layers, or can add them. This is probably the option we will use the most when performing a virtual operation. Let's see it in practice. For example, let's reduce the size of this zone by removing layers from the anatomical structure. To do so, just hold down the Shift key and the left mouse button. Then we mark the area we want to eliminate. When we let go of the mouse button, all the parts we marked will be deleted. The segmentation, as we can see, is synchronized with the 3D model. Whenever we make changes in the 3D anatomical structure, they will be updated in the segmentation as well. By increasing the numbers of layers, we will remove much more anatomical structure with each pass of the scalpel. If at some point we think we have removed too many layers, we can always add material to the structure by pressing the Shift button and in this case clicking the right mouse button. As we can see, we are now adding new layers on top of those we previously removed. By default, Flowgy limits the layers we add to the original anatomical structure. We can add as many as there were originally. If there is a case where we need to add extra material, we only need to click the Free checkbox and can add as much as we want. As we can see, now we can add more matter to the anatomical structure. Not that complicated, right? Now let's see the second great 3D virtual surgery tool, the volumetric surgery. With this tool, we will remove or add to the structure all the matter left inside the sphere that we have here. As with the surface surgery tool, with the volumetric tool, we can also define the size of the tool. And in this case, by means of parameters, establish whether we want to add air, which means removing matter, or solid, which would add matter. Let's put it into practice. Let's search for an area in the 3D model where we can see how the volumetric tool works. For example, this area. To remove the matter inside of the sphere, we first have to make sure that the checkbox to add air is active, and we press the V key without moving the mouse from its position. As we can see, the matter that was inside the sphere has disappeared. This is a very useful tool when we want to remove large amounts of material quickly and easily. If we want to fill the operated area right now, we only have to activate the checkbox Solid and press the V key again in the correct position. But before that, we choose to enlarge the area to make sure that all is restored to its original form. And here we have it, the matter is back. If we make a mistake at any point during the surgery, we have the option of performing undos. For example, we use the combination Ctrl plus Z on the keyboard and realize the corresponding undo. And with the combination Ctrl, Shift and Z, the corresponding redo. We also have the option to go back to the beginning by redoing all the steps we have done with this button. An also very interesting and easy to use basic tool is the measurement tool. This tool helps us to measure the distance between 2 points in millimeters, which we establish by pressing the left button on the mouse. After all this information, the most important thing is to know how and where we save our progress. This is as easy as the click of the Save button to save the surgery in our study, or click Save to overwrite the surgery we have already saved. Now we save the surgery by clicking the Save button. As always, Flowgy wants us to give the surgery a name and a tiny description. We will give it the name My First 3D Virtual Surgery and a short description which is very useful. And then we click on Accept. Since we are working with a 3D virtual surgery, we do not forget to click the 3D checkbox. Each time we save a 3D virtual surgery, they will be displayed in yellow, so they are easily differentiable from 2D surgeries. And these are the basic tools for performing virtual surgery on a three-dimensional model of an anatomical structure.